Everything I see up in my head just comes to life.
If you've ever felt like you're inside of your own trap and you're inside of your own prison and it feels like you can't get out and it only seems like the snowball is getting bigger and bigger and your thoughts seem to be keeping you stuck and you sort of feel like you don't know how to process and your attitude just sucks and your energy just sucks and your vibration is just getting lower and lower by the second. Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly as to how you can remove that trap and to see that moment of weakness that will come up from time to time and how we're able to shift into that. But before we get into today's episode, my name's Charles and I'm an online fitness professional that specializes in helping men burning fat to live in their ideal physical bodies. And today, I want to talk to you guys about how we can remove the traps that we set for ourselves in order to function properly in the way that we want for our mind to be able to shift and get ourselves out of those traps by realizing that you're more than likely the one that's creating the traps and because you're not processing what it is that you need to process. So last video, I spoke about how changing your attitude could change your life. Now I'm stacking it with this one because it's totally right to think that we're going to have moments of weakness. There are times where our energy is going to be on a lower vibration, and that makes sense. Life's how it works. Life just has a way of sometimes giving us the lessons that we need to hear, but we don't want to feel those lessons. We don't want to go through them and we resist. And there is a tendency with the universe, there's sort of this energetical push and pull that I like to call, that when you push something away, the only thing it does is pull itself back in. And this is where you can learn a lot right now, because most times when you're trying to push something away, it feels like it's getting closer, it's gaining momentum, it's getting bigger and bigger. And then you just spiral down into this trap that you create for yourself because you're resisting feeling what it is you need to feel so much in that moment. And you don't want to have that. You don't want to feel that. You don't want to be that in that present moment. And all you're doing is telling energetically to the universe, I am pushing this out. And the universe is like, no, you need to feel this. Let me pull it in for you to feel even more of what it is that you're feeling. So you can apply this to a lot of scenarios of things that you refuse to feel, that you don't want to feel within your life, whether it be in any kind of scenario or area of your life that you're going through right now. Well, basically, it's understanding we just flip it. And naturally, instead of not wanting to feel and keeping ourselves within the trap and having the negative attitude towards it, well, you gain your power back, you regain your power more precisely. You take your power back and you understand that the key here to get yourself out of the trap and to free yourself from the feeling and the energy and the emotions, which are simply energy and emotion, the way that you free yourself from that is you do the opposite. So instead of pushing that away and refusing to feel it and trying to block it as hard as you can, as much as you can, for life to pull it right back to you so that you truly feel what it is you have to feel, we flip it and you start pulling it in. You take it in. You understand that you are the power. You are everything. You, within you, your consciousness, your being. Remember, spiritual being with a mind inside of a body. You're not your body. So if it feels something that you don't want to feel inside your body, that's just your body telling you, sending you a warning signal. It's telling you exactly what it is that you got to look at. It is a guiding mechanism. It tells you exactly where, but we refuse it because, oh, this doesn't feel good. And more than likely it's because we've been taught, we've been programmed to think that what doesn't feel good is bad for us. But more than likely, what doesn't feel good makes you stronger, makes you grow, gives you growth in that moment. And you're able to become a better version of yourself. You're able to have growth. You're able to be more of who it is that you authentically are, that being, that spirit that you have within you. So when we flip it, we pull it in, understanding that feeling, if we pull it in and we feel into it instead of away from it, we're able to remove the trap that we set up for ourselves, because the trap is set up because you refuse to feel what it is you want to feel. So if we accept to feel the thing that we don't want to feel, well, naturally we're pulling it in. The universe is like, oh my God, this being understands its power, understands it's got to feel through it, not away from it. And by pulling it in, it removes the trap, because now you understand you got the power to bob and weave into every situation, understanding that a feeling is simply energy that's trying to move through you. It's trying to be in motion through your emotions. So that's why the feeling combined with the emotion makes you feel like you could be trapped or stuck. And that's why there's a lot of just non-movement that's happening there. And that's why the trap, that's why our attitude can shift, because we feel powerless. We haven't regained our power. We haven't taken our control and our power back with the being that we are. And we're just letting our body dictate the way that we feel. That's why our emotions, sometimes if they're not processed, we won't get the right message from them. But so if we pull that emotion, that feeling inside, the universe is going to be like, okay, well, they want to learn, they want to grow. So it's just going to push it away, because it's simply polarity. So if you pull, it pushes. But if you push away, it pulls back in. That's where most of us have created traps in our lives. We feel powerless, so our attitudes start declining, because we then start losing confidence in ourselves and our ability to be who it is that we say we want to be. And we just but we fully misalign the energy, and we're not in alignment with our most authentic vibration, frequency. And so therefore, that's where everything starts to feel like you're just stuck in a loop and nothing's going anywhere. And I promise you that the secret, I'm telling you this right now, is that start pulling in what you don't want to feel, start feeling it, start embodying it, start listening to what it has to say, because it's only a signal that wants to be noticed, that wants to be heard. So if you pull it in, it'll be pushed away. You won't ever have to worry about being trapped ever in your life through your feelings and your emotions, because you'll have all the power to be able to take that back in, process it, love it, and send it back out into the world just with so much more love. So that's the key, guys. If you implement this, the feelings are just there for you to feel. Literally, that's what they're meant for. But start feeling those feelings, and you'll see, you'll start living the life that you want today. So, hey guys, Friday afternoon, we're kicking it, about to have an awesome weekend. I appreciate you guys as always for being here, for watching, for listening to this. Make sure you subscribe down below. Give me a like, give me a comment what you thought of this, pushing away, pulling away. What do you think? How did it land for you? I want to know. I'm very curious. I want to know how it lands for you. But that being said, let's have an awesome weekend. I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. And as always, let's keep making yesterday jealous.